Hey, how's it going? I'm Dan, and going to do something slightly different today. I'm going to read out a short story that I wrote. It's called Inverse, and it's based off of an idea I came up with. What if all of the colours in the world were inverted? I got the idea from an online class I took with the author Nick Perring. Um, and he basically said, right, everyone take 5 minutes and think of as many what if ideas as possible. And this is one that came out. Um, he was very kind and took some time to read it and provide some feedback, and I made a few changes from that, and I'm pretty happy with what's come out. So yeah, I'm going to try and recite it. It may not be perfect, but let's see. Uh, When we woke this morning, all colours in the world had inverted. Through the dark window frame, the sky was thick yellow and the grass was fire red. We turned on the radio, hoping to find out how this had happened. Walking across the room took some getting used to, as our eyes had yet to adjust. Between the crackle and buzz came a voice. This is a pre-recorded message. Do not be alarmed. As you will most likely already be aware, something has happened. We are currently investigating and will provide an update soon. Message repeats. Beep. Albert? Yes, Eunice? What colour are my eyes? They look pink, dear, surrounded by black. How about me? Orange. How strange. Your skin? It looks dark. It looks like dark blue leather. How does it feel? No different. Albert, I can think of one positive so far. Your hair hasn't looked that dark in years. Oh, the cheek. Despite our concerns, we both fell into fits of laughter. Deciding that breakfast would be a good idea, we tried to carry on as usual. Oh, what a challenge it was. Pouring black milk into off-white coffee felt strange. How do you know when it's right? We had fried eggs on toast. The purple yolk and the black albumin made it somewhat difficult to stomach. Anxiety started to build. Both of us were on edge and unsure what to do with ourselves. I don't really understand this. No, neither do I. I'm a little scared. This is a pre-recorded message. Do not be alarmed. As you will most likely already be aware, something has happened. We are currently investigating and will provide an update soon. Message repeats. Beep. By lunchtime, the message had not changed. Neither of us had an appetite after the foul-coloured eggs. I had taken a nap. Albert attempted to read a book but got a headache. We sat with the message repeating. It was tempting to turn it off, but I'm sure the message would have been stuck playing over and over in our heads. In the afternoon, we decided to go for a walk. Our nearest neighbour and dear friend Wilf lives around half a mile away. He is alone, and we were concerned that he may not be coping well. Slow and steady, we followed the road. Buried between the high bushes and the trees on either side made for less distraction. Thankfully, there was no traffic. We found him curled up in a ball in the corner of the living room, the radio on repeat. Beep. Wilf. At first he didn't respond. Wilf! Oh, hello, Eunice. Albert, what are you doing here? We came to make sure you're okay. Well, no, I'm not really, but that's very kind. What's going on? We have as much clue as you do. This radio is driving me mad. Yes, us too. What? Why won't they update us? Indeed, that's partially why we got out of the house. Why were you sitting in the corner? Honestly, it all got a bit much. I was trying to shut off from it. My eyes hurt, I can't see straight, and my head is splitting. Why don't you join us outside for some fresh air? Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Albert took Wilf by one arm and I got the other side. We helped him to his feet and slowly made for the door. In the garden, the birds were singing, coming down to the feeders, pecking a few times, and then they were off again. Others were washing in the bath that was overflowing from yesterday's rain. The whole thing didn't seem to bother them. It probably would have been a beautiful day if it wasn't so strange. We sat in silence for a bit, all trying to stay calm. Deep breaths, happy thoughts. Not a lot helped, unfortunately. There was the odd beep from the radio head in the distance. Between us, we have no family to worry about. I was never keen on the idea of kids, and Albert was so laid back about everything he was practically vertical. All our elder family members passed many years ago, and without brothers and sisters, the families were not extended. Wilf is a confirmed bachelor. He would often regale us with stories of his conquests in his 20s and 30s. Rather vulgar, if you ask me. From what I understand, he fell in love in his early 40s, head over heels, but she broke his heart. He never really recovered and swore off women for the rest of his life. A noise came from the radio as if to indicate that something was changing. We heard a muffled voice and ran back into the house only to hear, "Please be patient. This is a live broadcast. Automated message will now continue." Beep. Damn it! Did anyone catch the rest of the message? No, unfortunately not. Me neither. This is a pre-recorded message. Do not be alarmed, as you will most likely already be aware something has happened. We are currently investigating and will provide an update soon. Message repeats. Beep. Right, we need to stay by the radio. I'm not missing the next update. Agreed. We sat round the dining table with a deck of cards. Wilf had one of those decks where the colours had been inverted, so this gave us some sense of normality. We played a few rounds of rummy and had some tea. As the evening drew on and the sun went down, it became harder to focus, so we sat around reminiscing until our eyes were heavy. We made the decision to sleep in Wilf's spare room in order to avoid the walk home. We kept the radio on in the background, partly because we had got used to it, but also just in case. At 7 a.m, my eyes shot open, the radio making a shrill sound. Our research has revealed that what we previously perceived as real is actually false. The world as we see it now is in fact reality. Change is inevitable.